We can do the work and reintegrate our shadow. If we can face it, face our past and be reborn, and we can obey the call, then we can achieve absolution. In its negative aspect, we turn away from the responsibility. We turn away from the work of dealing with our own shadow. What did we do? It's so easy to stand on the sidelines in the gladiatorial 24/7 arena of social media and mainstream media and shout, boo, 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 you're bad, kill him, kill him, kill him. Well, what about you? What are you doing? What are you doing with your life? What are you doing? There's a scene, I'm so sorry to do this. It's from the TV show where the tough Boston gangster goes down to work in Hollywood, and he takes his tough Boston father with him. He's called Raymond. What's the show called? Is it called Tough Boston Raymond? I can't remember. I can't remember what it's called. He drives around in this really cool Mercedes. And, you know, he's kind of like, it's this trope. He's surrounded by these soft Californians and he's this tough Boston guy and he just beats them up. It's kind of like Get Shorty. If you remember that old film Get Shorty with John Travolta. But anyway, the father does this, it's Angelina Jolie's father in real life. He's from LA, but he's trying to do a Boston accent and it's really bad, but it's wonderful. Like, it's so good. And he's accused by Raymond of doing something terrible because he's a gangster. He's a low-level gangster. He goes around robbing banks. And at one point in the TV series, he turns to his son, trying to do a Boston accent badly, and he says, "What did you do, Raymond? What did you do?" And every time people are screaming and shouting and saying, you know, kill him in the gladiatorial arena. Look at this person. Look at what they did. Look at this nation. Look at this country. Look at these people. They're so awful. I never think like quietly like, oh, the biblical story of Jesus where the woman is about to be stoned to her death for infidelity or whatever it was. And he turns to the people and says, let he without sin cast the first stone. And they say, I cannot, for in my heart I have sinned. You know, even if I have never done anything, in my mind, in my heart, I cannot cast the first stone. I never think that. I just think of this guy going, what did you do, Raymond? What did you do? You can literally just look up that search term in Google, in YouTube, and you'll find the 15-second clip. I love it. It's beautiful.
What did you do? Raymond, what did you do?
So, we have to look to ourselves. It's easy to chant. It's easy to be part of the mob. It's easy to tear down. It's easy to be reactive and to say, this is wrong. So we say, well, what do you want? I don't know. Not this. Oh, well, that's mature. Like, as an adult, you're going to have to act. It's like you have agency. No, the system has infinitely oppressed me. And now look, I have a whole host of mental health issues and I couldn't do anything. Why? Because the system has done the thing. And I have like a folder full of crimes done by the system. Okay, well, that's great. See your life that you have right now and that you've been living for the last 5 years. That's your life forevermore. Is that what you want? Is that what you want? You want to be an echo to the narcissist. Whatever bad thing happened, you're just responding to that. There was the Big Bang, and then which was an event, and you're just the echo of that. The perpetual victim. You'll always be Jesus on the cross. You'll never resurrect. There'll be no rebirth. There'll be no work for you to do. There won't be any sense of like, okay, wow, I got smashed. There's evil in the world. Now let me pick up a sword and go and fight back. No, there's just you just living your own victimhood forevermore, your own oppression forevermore. You'll never get down from that cross. You'll never be born again. Okay, cool. Good luck with that. When the card is negatively aspected and reversed, shows up upside down after you've shuffled it, we are full of self-doubt and we have a very harsh inner critic and we ignore the call. I just did a video on this channel that you can see last night on the inner critic and how to resolve it. It's not easy. It's not easy. I'm not saying that oppression doesn't exist. I'm not saying that trauma doesn't exist. I'm not saying that mental health issues don't exist. That would be lunacy for me to say that. Like, it would make no sense whatsoever. Evil has existed. Enslaving people is wrong. Torturing people is wrong. Genocide is wrong. It has happened. Okay, so now what? What are we going to do to make the world better so that it's less likely that that will happen again? We can't stop it from happening again because evil exists, but let's make less of it happen in the future. That seems to be a reasonable thing to aim towards.